So this is my third video today. Awesome, you guys would have seen the full day of eating and you'd have to go see my other channel in order to see the other video, but let's get into it.
I can hear my ex calling. Don't know why my ex calling.
What's up YouTube, welcome back to my fitness channel, and my lens is dirty. Cool. So welcome back to my fitness channel. So today's video is going to be tips for bulking. I know soon people are going to start bulking, and I just kind of want to give you a few tips for it that I've heard and just things that I'm going to try my first, I wouldn't say it's my first bulk, it's my first full bulk. So this is something I'm going to try and see, but this is what I've heard works and what's good and what you should do. So let's get into this. The first tip that I have is make sure you've had a cut or you've lost body fat. Just because during a bulk you do gain fat, so you want to be relatively lean going into a bulk so you don't get discouraged because you look fluffier or you're like, I'm just getting fatter, I'm not gaining muscle. Because what happens is when you're gaining muscle and there's fat over top, it just pushes, so you can't see the muscle that's underneath the fat, the layer of fat. So if you go into a bulk with a lower body fat percentage, the more you'll actually see your muscles like fill out and just the definition that's going on, and you'll just be like, oh yeah, I can see it. But you will gain body fat, just know that. Number two, reduce your chance of gaining a lot of fat during your bulk. Slowly add your calories in. Don't just automatically add a bunch of calories in, because your body, especially if you're coming out of a deficit, like me personally, I'm gonna be coming out of a deficit. Well, I'll probably be maintaining for a little bit and then do it. That's kind of the way I'm gonna do it, because I want to kind of prep my body at maintenance and like whatever, and then slowly add that way instead of coming out of a cut. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So slowly add your calories. Don't go crazy and say you're in a deficit of like 1,400 calories and then the next day you're like going up to like 2,300 to try and add muscle, because you're gonna gain a lot of fat if you do that. Just slowly add it and do it slow. Slow progress is better than fast progress, because you're being conscious of what you're doing and getting the best progress possible. I honestly think that slow progress is better than fast progress, just because it's easier to maintain. My third tip for you is to have mini cuts. This is something I've heard from people. They say, you know, have a few weeks of bulking and then have a week of cutting. And I was like, but I'm bulking, like, aren't I supposed to be putting on as much muscle mass? And they're like, yes and no, because you're gonna also gain fat. So to prevent having to lose a lot of fat when you have to cut, do mini cuts. Just, you know, me personally, I think I'm gonna do 2 weeks of bulking, 1 week of cutting. So just so I can still stay relatively lean and still be putting on muscle. I don't know, a lot of people I've been seeing, like I've been watching videos about like bulking and all that kind of stuff, and people have said like have little mini cuts in between. So that's what I'm gonna try. Number 4, this is probably the most important tip. Make sure you're eating wholesome foods. I know when you're in a deficit, you really lack in the department of having things that you really like, depending on how you're dieting. Me personally, I don't do if it fits my macros. I kind of just try and stay eating the healthy foods and the odd time having a cheat meal if I feel I need it. So make sure when you're bulking, you don't just go out and eat like pizza and wings and burgers and fries and ice cream the whole time, because in the end, you're not gonna gain muscle, you're just gonna gain fat. You need, you know, your lean proteins, you need your vegetables, your carbs, like your rices and all that kind of stuff in order to build muscle. So make sure that you are still eating wholesome foods. You can still have your treats because you are bulking. Don't just go and eat pizza and all that and think that, oh, I'm bulking. Probably one of the worst things. Number 5, and the final tip I have for you, is plan your bulk around times where you have more family events. So me personally, we have more family events in the summer and in the winter. So it's like right in the middle. Like we have birthdays. We have like I think 4 or 5 birthdays in the summer that are like relatively close, like June, July, August. And then we have Christmas, and we do have birthdays in the winter. Mine and my cousin's birthdays in the winter, and then there's Christmas and there's Thanksgiving, like all going up to that. So me, I did my bulk. I'm doing my bulk around Christmas so I can enjoy food that my grandma makes and all that kind of stuff, and just enjoy my birthday. Even though in the summer I still do have like, if anything in the summer during the week, because I do have like these people's birthdays like relatively close, I eat lower so then I can eat for their birthday and all that kind of stuff. So it's all about just like being smart about it. So yeah, plan your bulk around the time where there's more family events and there's gonna be food. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I'm gonna be starting my first bulk. Are you going to? I mean, this is my first like legit bulk. I've had like a mini bulk, but it wasn't even like a good one, to be honest. It was like I just kind of ate. I was eating healthy, but I was also not eating healthy. So yeah, I hope these tips help you guys, and I hope you guys have a good bulk. I know I'm scared to do my first like real bulk, but I know that it'll be beneficial and it'll make my cut next year make me look even better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Peace out.